is it resizable or not, comma, proportionally or separately in each dimension, etc. That said, we don't want to go down a rabbit hole of implementing a bunch of weird stuff for every operating system. If someone wants to do something very OS specific, they can use OS specific routines, and that's fine. But we should provide basic functionality that is generally available so that people can do common, easy stuff with their Windows. What else do I say about this? Common, easy stuff with their Windows without it being a hassle, but we also want the code to remain small and clean. Windows, we would also like some way to specify the event proc without doing complicating the API for other operating systems. There might be similar issues with other OSs, but Windows is especially bad. We have someone offering to do the Windows version of this already, but need Mac and Linux. Okay, cool. Cool, I am hungry again. Dang it. I just sat down to do things. Let me get a food. 1 second. Get a food. Okay. Okay. You immediately responded once you saw me finish. Okay, well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, again, we don't like, all these window APIs on all these operating systems are very complicated, in part because that's their job, is to like trap you in their operating system, right? So you don't really, we don't want to fall in the traps, but we do want to provide more functionality for people. 90% of the functionality is identical. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you look at SDL or something, and I think they do that, right? You create like an SDL window or whatever. But the problem is SDL is a giant amount of code as well for some reason, and I don't want to fall in that trap. Parameter. We want to keep modules window creation and modules input separate, but they should interoperate cleanly. Interoperate. But we want someone to be able to use their own maybe this ought to be done the way we provide overrideable hooks in GetRect or simp. Okay. Should you DM? I just posted in the thread. We can auction it to the lowest bidder. I mean, someone already said outside the thread that they want to do Windows, but yeah. GLFW also does something similar, but GLFW is OS specific, isn't it? Don't you need a separate fucking thing for every operating system, or is that not right? The stupidest thing about GL is how every GL library is like GL and then one or two other random letters. And like I'm supposed to remember what all this shit is. It's like I hate that stuff. Like GLFW. Thanks, guys. That's really great. No, it's not that there's just GLEW. There's also GLU. And they're both pronounced glue. So if somebody says glue, you don't know if they're talking about GLU or GLEW. For example, it's like fucking asinine. Yeah, whenever I did GL extensions, I always did them myself because it is literally, well, okay, here's the thing. The thing is, because they were assholes about the way they did it, it's actually harder than it should be. In reality, probably with every driver today and with most drivers back then, you just call GL get proc address on the names of things that you want. And like, that's literally it. But because they're assholes, they made it harder. And it's like, you have to query the extension string and then search for the proc you want in the extension string, or maybe just the name of the extension, I don't remember. And then only query those procedures if they're in the extension string, because otherwise it's an error for some asshole reason. It's fucking asinine. Like GL is supposed to be the easy to use library, and they do crap like that. It's bananas. So I refused to do that anyway. I would just GL get proc address of what I wanted, and it pretty much worked. Stuff's called the Win32 get proc address for the old functions like GL clear. Oh, that's great. Needlessly over. Oh, yeah, it's overly verbose, but it's also slower. Like the extension string is big, and like you have to like parse it. Like why? Why? Okay. Anyway, we are here to deliver value to the people. All right, so we're going to see what is going on. Let's get rid of Twitch chat. No, I said get rid of Twitch chat. What the fuck am I supposed to do with all this? God damn it, dude. Well, the repro is no longer good. Okay, this is... Oh, let's just fix it. Okay. Hello? Hello? Is this infinite looping, or is this someone's program that takes a year? Doesn't look like it would take a year. It looks pretty straightforward. It takes a year. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. Oh, is this the one with the massive number of overloads that are all polymorphic? If it takes a year in release compiler, it's really going to take a year in debug compiler. Oh, God. Fuck. I don't want to do this all of a sudden. Okay. Well, what do I do? It's going to take a year to compile for some reason, so we're not going to try to optimize for cases like this for speed tonight because we just want to fix the bug. Does this crash in the, I mean, I guess I'll just run it and wait for it, right? It's just, it's going to take so long in the debug compiler. We'll just see what happens. Let's remove all the breakpoints that might slow it down. So the big slowdown is just okay. So one of the things about not doing object oriented, although all the object oriented languages these days do UFCS, so you have the same issue, is, you know, if you call some function that's common, like let's say you wanted to make constructors for all your guys, and so you have a thing called construct for literally everything in the program. That is already an expensive operation. But then if any of those guys are polymorphic, we have to run the polymorph at every site in order to even know how close of an overload match it is, right? And there are things we can do to optimize that in the longer term, but like you're basically doing an n squared super expensive operation every time you call one of those functions in the program. Okay, this is, it's not necessarily, the breaking defer cycle is not really something we want to see either. Okay, assert sealed. Oh, shit. Okay, well, this probably doesn't have anything to do with the bug, but this is pretty bad. Wait, we saw this bug the other day in something else, and I forget. Well, we're debugging a different thing now. Yeah, it's definitely a thing. You know, there's stuff that we can do. So like the Jackass thing that I tried to do a long time ago would have been an optimization for this case. Because like if you know, for example, that the polymorphism is only on the types of the arguments and not necessarily the values, and then you know what the answer was, then if there's nobody at a closer scope, you can just like jump to that answer, right? For example, and that would be a lot faster. Um, and if if somebody does introduce an overload at a closer scope, there's maybe ways of, you know, you only compare the closer ones against the answer for the further away ones, right? But that's a little complicated, and I don't remember why it didn't quite work last time, but it didn't quite work last time, so. Yeah, I mean, it's good that we're unearthing compiler bugs with this relatively big program, but it does make it hard to debug things having a repro that's this big. Just going to say that. This may or may not be related to the issue. I feel like it is not related to the issue, but we have to fix it. All right, let's see what the basic block is. component UI. Okay, line 96. So, dude. Okay, anyway. So looking at this, I am not sure what is so nutty about it. It might be the ifx. Oh, God damn it. Expression. Dude, Visual Studio so bad. 9. Really? What? Oh, it's the procedure call. Argument 1. Yeah, so it's this -1. So when we see a constant like this, we look up the program to see if there's another -1. Okay, you know what? Okay, first of all, it's bad for this block not to be sealed. But second of all, this find LLVM constant value is not good anyway. I did an email about this the other day. We shouldn't even be doing this. But given that we are, it is also bad that the block is not sealed. So I kind of just need to figure out where this gets created. Basic block, dominating. Yeah, so it's like the leaf or the last block that we made. So this is, I mean, it's probably not causing bugs in people's program because it's a debug facility, the sealing. But it might reveal a problem. So all right. So first instruction index, I'm going to write this down on a piece of paper. Is 156 and 6 instructions. And the basic block is 36. Because these are all basic blocks in here, even though the function isn't that long. All right, so we're going to dump this, and we're going to run it on the command line with, again, the debug compiler, because what does sealing mean? Okay, basically, okay, so the basic blocks is a common thing in compilers that, you know, it's a way of structuring your program so that you can help reason about it, right? Like basic blocks are basically chunks of a program that you can't jump into the middle of. And sometimes, so depending on what reference you're reading, maybe you also can't jump out of them. Ours you can jump out of, but there's something called major basic blocks or whatever, that which is what we actually use. And we're using them here to reason about the program. We're saying, hey, find me this constant, please. Now, the thing is, the thing that lets you reason about the program using basic blocks is that they know things. They know, like, who can jump to me, and what is the earliest, or what is the latest part of the program. This is a little bit of a vague description that you can formalize, but like, what is the latest part of the program that is guaranteed to happen before me, right? And so now the sealing mechanism is just that, okay, if we start using the information about a basic block structure, like, oh, we're guaranteed to go to this place before we come here. What happens if after we make a decision about what to do in the compiler, somebody else goes and changes around the jumping so that we're no longer guaranteed to go to that place before we come here, right? You can imagine that any kind of optimization we would do would now be wrong. And so the sealing is a way of making sure that that doesn't happen. It's like, okay, we seal the block so that by the time we seal the block when you use information about it. And then if somebody else tries to modify the block while it's sealed, that fires an assert. Now that's not this assert. This assert is saying, wait, this block never got sealed, which is kind of a bad sign. Except, you know what? It's not actually a bad sign. It is not actually a bad sign. I remember now. I remember this is because, see, the time that we set the sealed flag, it sounds like we set it when we're done making the block, but that's not actually how it works. We set it the first time we look up information for a block. So if nobody looks up information for that block, the sealed flag does not get set. So you know what? I'm just going to comment out this assert. Well, okay, first of all, we're going to, oops, forgot there's another thing with a similar name. Find constant value. This is only used in LLVM, and we're going to delete it soon. So I'm going to move it out of bytecode.h. This is value number, not, we don't call that register. Okay. I'm still hungry. Okay, good thing I remembered all that. Otherwise, we would have been here a while. Shield is supposed to prevent. It's supposed to prevent compiler bugs. Cannot convert register to really? All right. Oh, I guess I didn't look very closely. I don't know what the hell register is. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Okay. Never mind. Oh boy, that's a thing I haven't thought about in a long time. Okay. All right, we're just going to run this with no jobs. Data cert, seal the entire compiler. Dude, that's, I don't know. I don't know about that. Oh, I forgot about the dump. I forgot about the dump. I forgot about the dump. Yo, yo, yo. Yeah, this code looks very non-idiomatic, usually. You can tell it's kind of ported. Sometimes it does. It looks fine. Okay, so I think we're assuming it's going to crash, right? It's going to crash on... Okay, did you give me a repro that doesn't crash? Oh, maybe the no jobs is making it not crash. Maybe the no jobs. Let's try it without the no jobs. Instructions 2 million. Bro. What is it? Oh, it's plug performance report, right? Oh, right. Bro. See, we override. We haven't updated this. Obviously, nobody has used it. Okay. Hey, we got this crash on the Sokoban. I should have tried that. It sure compiles faster than the submission. Okay. Cool. This is still going. I mean, it's debug compiler. Okay. So this also. So the no jobs, let's, we pretty much know what this is going to be, but let's go look at it. Yeah, so we're printing out the call, or we're dereferencing the callee. And we can put a little safeguard here so that it doesn't crash on people, but we're not supposed to have null callees. All right. That is not a thing. So, or I hope it's not. We'll see how hard it's going to be to fix. Run directive report. That's an interp, right? So I should be able to put an assert here. Right? Right. Okay, that didn't crash. Try again. Yeah, so the entire Sokoban game, guys, 500,000 bytecode instructions. Shipping quality game that will make many millions of dollars. This sample program sent to us by a beta user. What did we say? 2.7 million instructions? Let's compile it with no jobs again to find out. It's going to take a while. It's like 5 Sokobans. It still compiles faster than a lot of C++ code. I mean, this is the debug compiler. So the release compiler would compile this substantially faster, like a lot faster. Easy 25 mil. I'm actually, yeah, it needs to make about that much. Well, need, I don't know about need, but I sure hope it makes about that much. Oh, we forgot to play emotional damage tonight. Emotional damage. All right. So going to see if we can make this assertion go off. Wait. Still going. Debug compile. Okay. Sokoban didn't crash this time. I wonder what percentage of the time. Emotional damage. They didn't listen to me and re-record their fucking voice acting. All right, now it's not crashing, guys. Obviously, the bug was fixed by my putting the assert in there. Obviously. Just running it over and over. Emotional damage. What is going on, guys? All I did... Yeah, all I did was put an assert. Let's try not running it in the freaking... Yeah, 2.7 million instruct... What is going on in this program? Is there just like massive amounts of polymorphism? Why? What does it even do? What does it even do? Oh my God. It's more than 5 Sokobans big. Serialization in a not good way. I mean, even if you generate a serialization proc for every struct, how many structs are you going to have? It shouldn't be that much. Now this is kind of interesting because it's not deduplicating these, but these look the same. I don't know if they're actually different and we're not printing out enough information to know why they're different, or if they're like not deduplicating correctly for some reason. There might be a bug there that's significant. Like I see a lot of this. I see the same thing here, right? There's like a bazillion quick lambdas of the same thing. That would slow down the compiler if that's a real problem. Up here too. Let's just look at this real fast. Wait, does static for each expand the code like a bajillion times? Is this some crazy ass. I am very scared by the fact that I see this like 100 times in the polymorph output, this one quick lambda. 25 times. Okay. That's okay. That is why we see all these compiles of seemingly the same quick lambda, because this gets copied 25 times, dude. Like, this has to get instantiated for every insertion of this code. So, like, obviously it's going to look like this. Why is it static? Why is it a static for each at compile time? This just seems like a very inefficient thing to do. Let's see, is world allocatable types, run merge arrays, tickable types, component types, other types, physics types, tickable, 1, 2, 7, component types, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, there's about 40. 40 of them. Ran into problems where type info stuff caused problems. So you had to use type. But that doesn't mean you have to do it statically. I mean, even if just you do a dynamic for here, like this will only get compiled once instead of 40 times. Like, you know, yes, there's loop overhead, but that's going to be small. Because these operations are probably kind of expensive. Anyway, let's go look at the actual problem. So the thing is, it's not happening anymore, is it? Oh, no jobs. Let's take that off again. I'm just going to keep running both of these till we even see it. Now we did see it in the debug compiler. Try release compiler. We could try that, but we saw it in the debug compiler, I think, didn't we? If it's a release only problem, I will be sad. I mean, yeah, I mean, the original bug was in release, yes. But I thought we reproed it. Maybe we didn't. All right. Maybe it is release only. All right, so gonna ice it. Ice it. Icy and spicy. Icy and spicy. Oh my god. So many, although we're printing. It's in iProf most of the time. I mean, this is kind of a terrible abusive thing to do, this run, but all right, well, so now that repros, who initializes this? Might as well initialize it all to 0. See, we don't get this warning. Oh, because it has a record. Right, never mind. This is where it happens. Okay. Let's put an ice here. Oh, shit. This is the problem. But okay. So the deal is when the run finishes, the callee might have not gone through messaging. So there's a race. The thing is, in the debug build, probably the bytecode execution is so much slower that the run doesn't finish soon enough to cause this problem. Okay. So we're going to do the callee at the end. Hold on, I need another snack. Honestly, guys, this one's totally on me. When I typed this, I should have known. I should have known this was wrong. Trying to cut the repro down. I mean, I think this will be good enough right here. Okay. Oops, guys. I fucked up the thing anyway. This is supposed to be if it's equal to null, not if it's not equal to null. It's okay, though, because this is the problem. That's why we reported so many. Because it was like literally everyone. All right. Okay. Hey, there we go. There we go. There we go. Great. Let's, oh, we got one in the debug build here. Anyway, we're going to release build it now. Now maybe it'll only take 30 seconds. Hey, it compiles. Okay, I believe this is fixed for you and for all the people. I do recommend doing some stuff to this program to make it compile faster, though. Like, I wouldn't want to sit through however long that is of a compile time all the time. And it's just like at least 5 times as big as it should be. Now, again, it's possible that there's compiler bugs causing some of this, but this thing is that we're seeing right here is just a direct output of that static for loop, I think. Okay, fixed Kali is equal to null in the performance report, which would crash the performance report plugin. Fixed occasional Kali in the run directives section of the... I think this is enough value to deliver to the people now. However, we could look for one more. What time do I have to be up in the morning? I have a meeting at 9:20 a.m. We'll try to do a quickie. Get a repro half the size, but too late. You know, since this is a relatively high volume code, it's quite likely that we'll have more compiler bugs with it, right? I mean, this is the second time at least that you've reported stuff going on, so I think it's reasonable to assume there will be more times. All right. The SDL module does not have bindings for SDL malloc and SDL free. That sounds like an easy one, but that's also one that people can fix for themselves. All right. I mean, we should fix it, but in terms of what to deliver to the people in the next beta, let me try this one. This one seems like an easy clap. Oops. Okay. Unhandled type and translate type. This is an autocast on the right-hand side of... I mean, usually we strip autocasts, but maybe we don't do it on a quick lambda. We do it on make var args. We do it on declarations. Okay, we don't do it on quick lambdas. I'm just going to make this an error. Because what you're trying to do, when you do this, I don't know what you're trying to do when you do this, but it seems like you're trying to say, cast this result to whatever it needs to be for the bubble sort, but that's like not how anything works. So I might just make this illegal. After polymorphing the procedure, I don't know. Or we can manually set the cast target type size. Okay. Okay. Bro, what? Oh. I'm checking it too late. Check function header, conditional init size. Let's do debug build. Oh, I errored but didn't return, maybe? No, we literally didn't error. Wait, what line? Ten 11. Dude, this is the worst thing about Visual Studio. You scroll and it pops up one of these, and then you turn the scroll wheel and it doesn't scroll your program anymore because it popped up one of these. It's just so stupid. All right. So it's not, never works. boom, 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 expr. Wait, it's a... Oh. What? Oh, did we fucking... Do we implicit return? Okay. Okay. You are welcome for the value. I'm doing what I can. What the fuck? Wait, what? Did I say flags instead of cast flags? No. What is going on? Why did I skip that again? Bro! If you want to succeed in the games industry, do the right thing. Autocasts are illegal? Okay. And the expression value of a quick procedure by making this illegal. For now, question mark? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to tell the beta person. This is fixed in the next beta by making it illegal for now. It doesn't do anything meaningful. That said, we could also just silently drop it. Okay. Okay. I think it's time to deliver value to the people. Now the thing is, we're going to be slow about this. We're going to check these changes in. Do we have no check-ins? All right. Bug fixes. And that's going to take frickin' 10 minutes because we need to upgrade our build machine. In the meantime, I'm going to turn that in. Okay, let's not do those. What was this? That was a space. Great. So we're going to let that compile. Any questions about what we did tonight that the people have? Do the people have questions? Oh, dude, it's tomorrow. 19th of... Dude, it's been 9 days since the last beta. What even has been happening? I mean, let's be clear. There's some value here. Is it planned to measure time spent compiling polymorphs? Yes. The thing is, it's maybe not that simple because there's sort of two parts to it. There's the time spent solving the polymorph, and then there's the time spent doing type inference on the solved polymorph so that we can do more polymorph. And the way the code is structured, it's not necessarily very easy to count the time in type inference for that polymorph, even though I think we realistically want to count that. Like, it's important. So I don't want to give like a vast underestimation for the polymorph time. But yeah, at some point that'll go in. It's just with runs, it's pretty easy to get that number. And with polymorphs, it's not so easy. What is the thought process on to make something illegal versus to fix something? Well, what do you mean versus to fix something? It's not really a versus, it's just what's appropriate for that thing. That's all. It's not like that expression, the way it was being used in that program, doesn't, like, the type system just doesn't work that way for that operation to make sense. And so, you know, you can either silently, like, it's just sort of an aesthetic choice in some level. You can either silently accept that and say that cast does nothing, or you can tell people the error. Those are the two things to do. And I decided to report an error because if someone puts that cast there, they maybe expect it to do something, Like they maybe expect it to somehow apply like inside bubble sort or something, and it doesn't. And so I think it helps programmers understand what's going on, especially people newer to the programming language. When you actually say, "Hey, whoa, whoa, that's not a meaningful thing to do," right? They may not understand initially why that's not a meaningful thing to do, but they can go Google it and flip down 15 pages before they find a good answer. Or they could ask ChatGPT and get a wrong answer that sounds plausible, etc. Right? So, um, on the other hand, if you just silently accept it, then maybe their program isn't going to work the way that they thought it would, and they're confused, right? And that seems like a worse outcome. But, maybe there's some parameters of this decision that I'm not thinking of correctly, and maybe it's the wrong decision. That's always possible. Always possible. All right, we're still waiting for this. It's been frickin' 7 minutes. I mean, this was 3 minutes. Uh-oh. Did we... Let me see if I got a nasty gram in the email. Nope. Just still waiting for it. Still waiting for it. Maybe I should add people to the beta. Hey, look, there's 2 people that are on the list to be added. Boom. Compose email to these 2 people. Added to the compiler beta. Let's go to the notification email. Copy that. Control paste that. Go to the secret Discord. Get the invite link. Discord invite link sucks so bad, dude. Can't believe I've been putting up with them for as long as I have. Paste the new link. Send. Okay. Let's add these people to the actual email lists. Where can you request? I mean, I can request access anywhere I want. I don't understand the question. You can also request access anywhere you want. Okay. That has been done now. That has been done now. Let's come on back to Visual Land and let's see. Bro! It's 10 minutes. The fuck? What's going on? I should have run tests locally. I didn't even do that. Oh, builds failed. For Sokoban. Okay, well. We'll turn that off. Hold on. Disable bytecode inliner since that was bad, question mark. That's a bummer because I thought we had that working. We'll look at that later. All right, I'm just gonna fucking dude. I don't fucking know what's going on. Let's just commit this. Oh, you know what? We also want to do the distribution. Okay, hopefully that'll kick off another build or something. Did we set it up manually or are we using some managed hosting? No, we have our own code that we run to do these things. Okay. Well, I sure would like to ship this beta to the people. Damn it. Any reason I'm not using _date? I don't know what that is. Does it even work? Is it in a format that I like? Like, I like this. I bet _date is some like Unix time format. It's fucking bullshit. Ay, ay, ay. We're just chilling, waiting for this to happen. And eating chips. It's exactly that format on GCC. Well, I don't know. I don't even know if that is a thing on Visual C++. Month, day, year. Yeah, that's what I would expect, actually. I think exactly that format is fake news. Why is this? Why is it inserting fucking quotation marks? And I hate this already. All right. Okay, so this is what it does on Clang. Joule. It's claiming this month is Joule. How about, look at this. Joule 19. So this one swaps the number. See, already we can't use it because it doesn't produce the same output on different compilers. See, that's why in our language we build it around compile time execution. So you build the fucking string and you can output whatever you want. It's already different on these two things. And so you can't like compare for equality or anything like that. Wait, hold on. Did I get it back? Maybe I got it backwards. Maybe I'm lying. Wait, Joule 19. Why is this taking so long? It's a printf, guys. Compilation failed, request failed. Maybe it is the same. Maybe I hallucinated. Sorry about that. Okay, GCC. Dude, how many frickin' virtual machines do they have? Someone really wanted a lot of compilers to work. Okay. No, never mind. It actually is the same, right? I was wrong. But I don't like Joule. I don't like Joule. Joule. Hey. Updates. While we were looking at Joule, things happened. All right. Now we go into high security mode. We go to here. We start uploading. While we are uploading, I go to the email sender. I go to here. I paste in the change log. Edit and send email. New. Text only. Paste that. And now, how's the upload? Still going. How long we got on the upload? 1 minute. I'm just going to wait. Any other questions on what we did today? Any other question? Oh, up. No, it's not done. Sorry, I hallucinated. I'm hallucinating a lot tonight. Do I know I'm still in high security mode? Yes. Dude, I'm uploading the thing and sending the email to people. I can't have you hacking the Gibson while I do this. Okay, it said 1 minute. Now it says 59 seconds. Now it says 48 seconds. 44. 1 minute. 57 seconds. 41 seconds. Why are uploads always like this? 24 seconds. 25 seconds. 17 seconds. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 9. 7. 4. 2. 3. Done. All right. Pasting the link for the people. Save the email. Name the email. Send it. Don't track. Send it to all recipients. 543 people. New compiler beta. Okay. That is going out. We can now come out of high security mode. And start the new changelog. And that is the value delivery, guys. That is the value delivery. All right. Thanks for coming by, everybody. I'm going to be traveling for a bit, so I may not stream very much for the next week and a half. Although, who knows? We've certainly done some hotel room streams from different parts of the world, so we may do that, actually. All right, thanks, everyone. See you later on.